What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So, like we do, and as always, all credits goes to the creators in this video. So, guys, on today's episode of FAFO.
Y'all remember when the election happened and then like Trump won? And then like for the entire day, next day on TikTok, it was like a bunch of Trump supporters and people's comment being like, "Oh my God, y'all lost, he won." And the videos would like be so serious. They'd be like, "Hey, I'm really like upset, like I'm scared, like they're gonna close the Department of Education, they're gonna get rid of this, like I can't live without this, like my family's in danger. Like I'm seriously concerned for the economy and the way it's going and the people that are like representing our country." And all the comments would be like, "You lost, what the fuck is a Kamala Harris? Like, we won." And I think that entire phenomenon perfectly captures the type of mindset that the people who voted for Trump have. Like, they don't care. They genuinely do not care if shit gets worse or better. They just care that they were right, that they won, and then like, since they won, everything's gonna be okay because I won and this is what I voted for, and whatever I voted for was the right one because I won. It's like baby thinking, like toddler, teenager type, no type of critical thinking type thinking. Like, it's barely even thinking.
I will never forgive you leftists. I will never kiki. I will never kumbaya. I will never be fucking nice to y'all that let this happen.
You know, I've seen a couple of these videos now talking about how people who did the right thing will never forgive those who voted for this and those who actively chose not to vote against it. If you haven't already watched this creator's video, please go do it. It's a heartbreaking view of how she, as a veteran, is being personally affected, and veterans at large. That does not even consider the mass effects of this at scale. Now, for me, forgiveness was never on the table. I'm a Cancer that can hold a grudge harder and longer than Kim Kardashian clinging to her last scraps of relevance. But for those of you who champion the idea that they were the same, I think it's important to take stock of where we are right now. When I first started posting 6 months ago, my husband said, "Hey, babe, please just don't say or post anything that could compromise my job." Now, he's a surgeon, so I was pretty in the clear. But yesterday, for the first time, my rational and highly measured husband said, "Babe, please don't say or post anything that would cause you to disappear." 6 months. I've been posting on this app for 6 months, and we are in a radically different world. I am an American-born U.S. citizen, just like him. We are beyond forgiveness. The one thing I know for sure is that history will not remember you fondly. Not that your absolution matters to me in any way, shape, or form, but maybe get to work. Try to make an actual difference. And maybe one day, history will remember you as a little bit more than a bunch of racist sheep swayed by grifters and con artists. This theory is more important than the lived experiences of Black and brown people.
Things were ridiculous like 60 days ago. 30 days ago, things were absurd. We've gone beyond absurd. I don't know a word in the English language to properly articulate something that is more absurd than absurd. Absurditor? You remember Sarah Huckabee Sanders, right? Trump's press secretary during his first reign of terror? Well, she's the governor of Arkansas now, and last month Arkansas saw a series of deadly tornadoes, deadly so much that they claimed the lives of more than 40 people. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, being the responsible governor that she is trying to get federal disaster relief aid from the federal government. You'll never guess what happened. Donald Trump denied those disaster relief funds. I'm not one to laugh at others' misfortune. In fact, I'm quite bothered by the fact that he is not helping the people of Arkansas recover from deadly tornadoes. But I just think it should be mentioned that the state of Arkansas went to Donald Trump in this latest election 64-33.
This message is only for the 92 percenters. And if you know the term 92 percenters, you know who I'm talking about. So if you are not in that category, scroll on by, okay? Keep moving. All right. So for us 92 percenters, I just have something to tell you. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. That means we can do a lot of things at one time, okay? So we don't have to just sit back and sit tight and just sit still in the moment. Right now, we're saying we're removing ourselves from the protests, from all of those things. We're going to sit down. But I want y'all to be, while you sitting down, sit at a computer. Sit somewhere and make your business. Get your business started. Do your business. Mind your business, okay? That's what I've been doing. I've been minding my business, which means I started a business. A real business, for real, where I invested some money in it. And now I got to get my ROI. But I want to tell you all, we don't have to sit here complacent trying to figure out our next steps. A lot of you all already have dreams. You have goals. You already know what you've been wanting to do, but you've been so overwhelmed by other things. I'm going to tell you, if nothing else has proven to us, this whole ordeal, this experiment, which is going on in America right now, and baby, we have seen this whole playbook before. If nothing else, it tells you money talks and BS walks, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to tell you, get your money, get your bag. If you got some money to invest, we're not going into some of these stores. Y'all ought to be saving up your coins, your money. And I'm going to be honest, I ain't missed going into any of those stores that I have been going into. I was able to save up enough money to invest in a business. Okay, I'm prioritizing. So I just want y'all to know, if you have a desire to start a business, start that business. If you need to restart your business, restart your business. If you need to mind your business, mind your business.
Well, happy Thursday morning, everybody. So we're about 94, 95 days in to Donald Trump's second term. And at the federal level, in the executive branch, we've gotten rid of DEI. No black people, no people of color, no women. That's all being erased. It's just white guys in charge of everything now. And that seems to be going really well at the Defense Department with Pete Hegseth. He's really been hitting it out of the park lately. Marco Rubio's making deals with foreign dictators to send people from the United States to the worst prisons anywhere on the Western Hemisphere for life, with no conviction, no nothing, no trial, no verdict, no sentence, no hope of getting out, no appeals. So that's going well. Donald Trump has managed to piss off Canada and make the citizenry of Canada despise the United States, destroyed our alliance with them, destroyed our alliance with Mexico. He's effectively pulled us out of NATO. Europe's on their own. We're abandoning Ukraine, which took a giant leap, a giant step forward yesterday. And then last night, Vladimir Putin launched the largest missile assault on Kyiv since the beginning of the war, killing God knows how many civilians. So that's going well. The tariffs are, the self-imposed tariffs are destroying our economy, especially the tariffs against China. Big box retailer CEOs met with Trump in the last couple of days and said, we're 2 weeks away from having empty store shelves. And the value of the dollar is down 10%. Global economies are looking at shifting away from the dollar as the standard. The bond market's a complete mess. Foreign investment capital is fleeing the United States. And all economic indicators are now heading downward. We've all seen what's happened with the stock market over the last 60 days. All the major indexes. Every expert says that we're heading into a recession. Every expert says that we're heading into a recession. And so Donald Trump thinks that's exactly the right time that we should bring back wage garnishment for student loan payments for roughly potentially 10 million Americans. 10 million educated Americans. We're heading into a recession, so that's when we should bring back wage garnishment. So, yeah, Trump's polling is underwater on the economy. New Reuters Ipsos poll has his approval rating on handling the economy at 37%, which tells me that, 37% of the people who were polled
in that poll are complete morons. I think the number's actually higher. Trump's underwater on every poll in every category. And, 90 days ago, the business class was like, yeah, man, businessmen are back in charge. The white businessmen are back in charge. And here we are, heading into a recession. All economic indicators are in the toilet. But in that same Reuters Ipsos poll was the question, should Kilmar Abrego Garcia be brought back to the United States? 53% of Americans said yes, which he's polling higher than Donald Trump on anything. And he's polling higher than the number of the vote share that Donald Trump got in the 2024 election. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is more popular in the United States than Donald Trump is. So, apart from all of those things, everything's going great. I read an article last night about how to prepare for a recession. And it was a long article, but the two main takeaways as we're heading into a recession and Donald Trump is bringing back student loan payments, the two main takeaways were pay off all your debt and stop being poor. Solid advice there. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a great Thursday.